When we got to flying into Germany, by that time, we had, like at the Castle mission, we had fighter covered, you know. The P-51s had the wing tanks put on, and they could follow us clear into the target, even if we went to Berlin or Hamburg or any place like that. Hamburgers were actually where I shot down.
What is it like to be under flak fire? Could you describe that experience?
Well, it's just a feeling that you know you got to go through it, and all you can do is just hope you didn't get hit. It's there, and you got to fly through it, and there's no getting around it. And when we had the fighters, well, of course they went high, and they didn't stay down with us in the flak areas, but they were waiting for us on the other end after bomb raid.
Could you hear the flak fire from your gunner position?
Hear the flak fire. You can see it bursting, you know, and when they hit you, well, we got hit a few times, you know, but nothing bad until the Hamburg mission, which I shot down on. That was our 30th mission. Any of them that we flew into Germany weren't what you'd call easy missions. We had flak to deal with on every one of them, because most of the time when we went deep into Germany, we had to come in over what they call, it was Helgoland. And Helgoland was loaded, that was flak alley. And we knew we had to fly through that. And that was an every time mission when we went in deep into Germany. So we had to put up with flak a lot. Well, it was our last mission, the 30th mission. We'd be through if we got back. Our engineer and co-pilot had flown an extra mission with another crew. So they didn't fly the last mission. The engineer and co-pilot that we trained with and went overseas with and flew all of our missions with, they flew one extra mission, so they wasn't in the last mission, 30th mission. And the two guys that replaced them, well, I don't, you know, I have seen somewhere their names, but I don't remember their names. The co-pilot and the engineer, but they were all killed instantly. Myself, it just wasn't to be my turn, I guess, because we had drawn an old G that day, because they got our airplane shot up before that mission, and the nose gunner couldn't close the doors on the turret with the back type chute on. So he traded with me, and I give him my chest type chute, and I put on his back type chute. If that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here, because when we got hit over the target after the bombs away, we were on the bomb run, and we dropped our bombs. And right after that, well, we had number 1 and 2 knocked out, engine. And so we had to leave formation. And we were in Hamburg, Germany. The pilot and everybody decided we'd try to get to Sweden on 2 engines. And so the navigator, the route he chose, well, for Sweden, well, we were heading that way, and of course, losing 1 and 2, well, we were losing probably 500 feet a minute. I think that's what the pilot, I remember him saying. And we were going down anyway, and we probably wouldn't have ever made Sweden. But the navigator, unbeknownst to him, where we went over, right on the North Sea, was I believe it was called Wesermundi, and they had a Marine base there. And they waited till we got almost over them before they even opened up on us. And we got direct hit right in the bomb bay. We just blew into a jillion parts. I come to, I was floating down the parachute. It knocked me out, the concussion, I guess, when we got hit. And the plane was blown completely apart, but I could, down below me, I saw the tail turret windmilling, you know. And then a little bit, the chute come out, and he came out, and he wasn't too far off the ground. And he lit right in the middle of this Marine base. And the offshore breeze, I was up high enough, several thousand feet, you know, above him, and it was blowing me inland. And I don't know how many miles, but anyway, that was the biggest crowd I ever drew in my life. And I was coming down pretty fast because the chute was full of holes. And I found out later that all the wounds I had was all on the right side. I had 7 pieces of flak taken out of it. But I didn't find this out until, that's kind of gory from here. All these people were running from every which direction, and I was coming down pretty fast, but I was lucky I hit in a fresh plowed field, landed. And it wasn't very far to a country road there. And I walked out this country road, and the crowd was all around me, you know, but they wasn't doing anything to me. And I was just standing there and smiling, trying to be nice, and I had forgot about my escape kit in one back pocket and my 45 in the other, you know. I never even thought about it. And so it wasn't but just, I don't know how long, but not very long, so a big limousine drove up, and a high Gestapo man got out. I mean, the monocle, the boots, everything, you know. He peeled off his gloves and slapped them on his hand. He slapped me across the face a couple of times. This kind of embarrassed me, I guess. Anyway, he had me get in the car, and they took me to the headquarters.